The inn at the edge of time in DragonFable is home to some truly demanding challenge fights that require an intimate knowledge of both the mechanics of that specific fight and those of the game itself. However, it also houses some fights that even an inexperienced player can waltz through without a second thought. It is not always particularly clear which fights are which, so some players have documented the number and quality of the hoops that each fight makes you jump through, and how they compare against one another difficulty-wise. Pursuant to this, an in-progression document has been created by some dedicated players to guide those checking into the inn for the first time up a smooth difficulty curve, starting with the gear they've obtained from the story. But what if we take this idea further? What if you start with nothing? This is the question I'm asking with this series. Can you conquer the inn if you start with an empty bag, using only gear you can wrestle from its hostile residents? With no prospect of MPM gear, virtually no resistance stacking, and only a selection of middling weapon specials, are the upper echelons of the inn even reachable? And to top it all off, I can only use each class once. Join me as I journey towards beating 5 of the hardest challenges at the inn in 0 to Hero. Given that this is the first episode, I'm going to go through a quick detailed run through of the rules. I've tasked myself with beating 5 of the hardest challenges at the inn, namely Drakath, Champion of Chaos, Never Apart, Ice and Dragons, the Chaos Slayers, and Swan Song EX. Additionally, I can only use gear I obtain by beating challenges, and the clears must be crutchless, and I start with nothing. Inn upgrades are allowed if I beat the corresponding fights, so for instance I'm allowed to use Ultimate Destiny weapons if I beat Elemental Chaos and Triple Trouble. To make things a bit more difficult, I'm only allowing myself to use each class once, though different artifacts are counted as separate classes, such as Wrath Dragonlord and Bulwark Dragonlord. Basically, if it's on the inn matchup sheet, then that counts as 2 classes. The solo fights to the corresponding duo fights can also be defeated for free if I use the same class, and I'm counting the Corrupted 7 as one challenge for this purpose, otherwise I will run out of classes. Additionally, I've locked the Dragonlord artifacts behind Inevitable Equilibrium because I want to use the Dragonlords, and I've locked the Epoch Braces behind Undead Duo. Just to note, Base Poc is not going to be included as a class. Finally, my pet dragon starts with 200 points, but I can gain more by beating various dragon-based challenges, namely Triple Trouble, Fallen Purpose, Chaotic Dragonbound, and Inevitable Equilibrium, all of which award 100 points. Welcome to the challenge, welcome to the 0 to Hero challenge. As I said in the intro, I have cleared out my inventory, which was not only painful, but also long. It took about 10 minutes to get my whole inventory in the bank. But anyway, we're here. We're in Chronomancer, which you might be intrigued by, and that's because we need to get a weapon. That's the first thing we need to do. Now, some of you might be thinking that I could quite happily get a weapon from any of these 3 dragons using Dragon Slayer, and that's true, but I was thinking we'd do something a little more interesting and get a better weapon by defeating the Emperor's Sea Chickens. Now, I've trained my pet dragon with 199 magic and 1 mischief, which will be good start. That's because he's going to be able to rain damage to here. However, we can still chip in because we have the power of Continuum Slash, which will be very useful in dealing pretty decent chip damage actually. Let's try that again. Okay. There we go. This way we can avoid his 2 debuffs at the start. Debuffs at the start. This is not only quite an easy fight, it also drops a very good weapon that, even though it's not as good as, say, Exalted Apotheosis or the Chaotic Blade of Sword hitting damage-wise, it remains useful for the whole series just by being best in slot healing. And when we're so sort of pressured, because the classes we can use means that we can't do too many challenges, going for these big weapons that encompass a load of rolls in one is very good, and it will be pretty good damage until we get something better, which might be not be for a while, to be honest. Stop critting, please. Oh, behold the might of base Chronomancer, you missed the last one. So he's going to do a big nuke, that's fine, we're under a shield. And the shield is actually pretty decent, it's 180. So he has 0 chance of hitting us here. Nice. I guess we've got to do this. That's fine. Okay. You know what? Let's try that again. Oh, don't stun me, please. No. It's one of those stuns that lasts for 50 turns as well. I might just die. In fact, I probably will just die. Oh, we're getting close. We are getting close. Oh, please don't beat me now. Please don't beat me now. That would be so bad. It's so embarrassing. Chrono Orb. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, that's so close. Please don't. Yes. Yes. We did it, gamers. We did it. Emperor down. Please give me the level 90 reward. Oh. It's better than nothing. I'll be right back. You know what? I'm gonna abandon this one here. Let's try that again. And another one. Hallelujah. Please give me a level 90 reward. Thank you. Okay. That is challenge 1 down, and that is Chronomancer done and dusted. Thank you very much for your service. You are going back in the closet. But you know what, my calendar class streak isn't done, because I'm going to use Avatar of Time for the next challenge, which is going to be Jack Crescent. So this gives one of the best capes in the game, if you upgrade it a bit, and it's really, really easy. Oh, I targeted the wrong guy. So dead. Nice. Okay. Once this is upgraded, this is pretty much the same as our Marvelous Wings, so this will actually be really good, and will basically do us until we eventually get to Drakath, which won't be for a while. Let's see how we fare against these guys. Ooh, you know what? You know what? Cube Gaming. This doesn't consider defenses at all. Just does damage, right? That didn't do anything. Come on, work for me, Cube. Do something. That didn't do anything. That did nothing. That literally did nothing. That was way closer than it should have been. I had no potions left. Got the helmet. Now we just need to do the Bloodwind challenge. So you consider this the duo fight, right? Right? Because it costs gold. And because you can fight either of these in here, I'm counting these as the singles, the solo fights, and this is the duo fight. So I can still use Avatar of Time here. Which is what we're going to do, because we want to upgrade these things. Oh, you're kidding, I only need the first cape. I only need the first cape. I thought it was like a tiered system. Okay, sure. Yay! I guess I can get rid of this one then. Is it worth getting the best helm? Is it worth it? Can I be bothered? Yeah, we might as well, right? We're already kind of on the path now. Cube? Yeah, Cube does like 20 damage. Check this out. Yeah, look at that. I should have healed. Oh, I'm gonna die. Got 2 damage at the time from me. I might be okay, because you're gonna die and you don't do that much. Come on, live. Nice. 2%. Be gone. For what it's worth, we can get a Necro Paragon helm at max level. Probably not worth it, but you never know. You know what, I'll save a build. There you go, that's my default build. What a build. Okay, next up is Triple Trouble, and I'm going to be using Dragon Slayer for that. You might quite rightly say that's a bit boring, but let's face it, when the hell else am I going to use Dragon Slayer? I can only use each class once, and it's good to get this one out of the way for a fight that will reward me with more points of a dragon. So, well, let's do it. Also, I changed my stats. I don't know if I mentioned that. 200 dex, obviously, and I also put 199 to protection and 1 into mischief on Baby Dragon. Man, Dragon Slayer looks kind of cool. It's such a shame that the class is so bad. It's like a really bad class. It's a classic old class because it's like terrible and it has one skill that's just completely broken. Why do I have so much luck? Did I put the rest of my stats into luck by accident? I did. Maybe that was actually a genius big brain move because it gives me more avoid. How much does that give me? 45? That gives me 2, I think. It doesn't even need to hit. It's so broken. Anyway, we did it. Triple trouble. Nice. 66 gold. So stingy. Now I'm gonna go get. I'm gonna go get the ice weapon from this guy. Gelunguis. Gelunguis.
Gelunguis.
Here we go. Isendal. How many is it to upgrade this? It's like 3, isn't it? Isendal 1, and you do actually need to go through the levels, which is why I was confused about the Necroparagon Cape earlier. But you know what? That's not worth it. Thank you, Dragon Slayer. Your work is done. Isendal 1, it'll do, probably. And now we're going to be using... Now we're going to be doing another matchup that's like really boring, I'll be honest, but a very sensible one to do, I think, because Iceman Revenant, it's not that good. It can do funny things in the right scenarios, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not a brilliant class. So we are going to be doing Iceman Revenant versus Elemental Chaos. Oh, and we have 300 points now, so I'll do 200 magic. That's a lie, I won't do that. Beautiful. If we beat this, it also means we can get a Destiny weapon, which would be very nice. So let's get to it. This is not a hard fight. I can't imagine this will be any trouble whatsoever. Yeah, look at that health res swap. Why didn't that do anything? Why didn't it work? Oh, that's fucking why. I equipped Siege Against Conquest 1. Why is that still in my inventory? It's because this doesn't work. Okay. Oh my god, I didn't have the cape equipped this whole time. What am I doing? God, focus. I might be dead. You have a lot of bonus. You'll probably hit me through this. 30. Oh dear. No. As to have been the most grueling run of Elemental Chaos ever. I don't think anyone would have ever. What am I even talking about? I'm so used to pressing the stop button on recording when I lose a fight that I just stop recording there. Let's try that again. I'm going to do less bad this time. And just like that, my Elemental Chaos speedrun is complete in a blistering 53 turns with Icebound Revenant. Now we can get this, which is used to get a Destiny weapon. Hallelujah. And that'll do it for the first episode of the series. Thank you very much for watching. I've done a little bit of testing for the next challenges, and trust me, it gets really hellish after this point. This was just a dip in the pool. So yeah, thank you very much, and join me soon for the next episode when hopefully I will have figured out how to mix audio. Thank you very much, and take care.